And here it is.
See if we can pick it up as Root is trying to go down the boards. And, of course, Fraser has a hold of the sweater. And then the retaliation with the stick. And they're having a few words. And Root used a lot of good discipline here by staying away with a retaliatory penalty. And there's a few words by the Chicago and Toronto bench. Remember, the benches are beside each other. And we're going to pick it up here as the Leafs are on a power play. And you see the trip actually by Ludzik. And watch Fraser retaliate. And that's exactly the type of penalty that Fraser got.
Roy Murray went back. Fergus bumped him. Murray bumped Fergus. And again, the play is called and tempers flare early.
It's been a steady parade to the penalty box. You see the cross-check by Nyland against Olczyk.
Goes in, Secord straddling that blue line. Now there's Secord. He is knocked flat. Getting rough again. They're starting to bump some more. Here's Fergus dancing in. Laid it off the boards, offside. On the wing was 5. O'Callaghan trying to take a shot at Fergus on the boards. Secord is in the middle of it. And their arms flying over there. The 3 officials are in there very quickly. Wendell Clark now barreling in on the right side. One hands it back in front. Bergevin gave him a bump on the boards. Cardinals stopped by Yaremchuk, who got back very quickly. Whoa! Did Wendell Clark ever give it to Bergevin? Watch Wendell Clark come in here now and line up Bergevin. And he really nailed him, as I told you. He saw him as he came behind the net. And brother, did he step into Bergevin, the Hawk defenseman. The Leafs lead 2-1 with a minute and a half left in the period. The Hawks in again. Ludzik was hit hard and knocked to the ice, and there's going to be another penalty to the Toronto Maple Leafs on the play.
Ludzik is hurt.
Ludzik was hit hard.
In fact, 2 Blackhawk players are down, Bob. They collided right at the top of the face-off circle.
Ludzik is 29, there to the right. The other Hawk player, it could be Lysiak.
Well, you see Ludzik hopping on the one leg, so his left leg is giving him a considerable amount of trouble.
Ludzik was carrying the puck. He was in the middle of the fray and took the hard hit. Well, then 4 players came together. Let's see if we can pick it up here. Dorney?
Well, I don't know if that was the elbow by Katsopoulos, but there was quite a collision. It was an interference call given to Katsopoulos.
And we still have not positively identified the player, but I do believe it is Tom Lysiak. No, it is not. It's Larmer. It is Larmer. And you can tell he's in great pain. He has not moved, Gary, since that massive pileup of 4 players. A terrific collision to the right of Ken Regan. And a jam-packed, noisy Chicago stadium has been quieted as Ben Wilson of the Chicago Blackhawks is being lifted onto a stretcher. There was a great collision in the Maple Leaf zone moments ago to the right of Regan, and Ben Wilson never moved until now when they put him on the stretcher to take him to the clinic here in the Chicago Stadium. The Maple Leafs are leading the Blackhawks 2-1 as the fans stand to give Wilson a hand and hope that this injury is not serious. Ben Wilson.
He said 1 win by our club can turn things around. Right now the Chicago Blackhawks are on the way to doing just that.
Thomas sliding in there, ran into the goaltender. Murray Bannerman, and I believe Bannerman has been injured. It was an accidental. See if we can get it here, Gary.
Well, it looked like, I don't know if that was Wilson that actually knocked Thomas down right into Bannerman. It's just a little jab by the stick, or maybe Thomas even lost balance, but he took down Bannerman quite severely there, and there's, again,
Vanderman is being assisted out of the net. And Sauve is going to put the mask on and come in here in game 2 of this series. From Chicago Stadium, this is Stanley Cup 86. It's on the fly, so Reagan will come out to play it. He kind of bumped Ludzik. And icing is called against Chicago. And the Hawks are taking it to the Leafs now. Thomas going in. Flattened, and there's going to be a Chicago penalty, and the crowd does not like this call. A high sticking penalty against Chicago. Doug Wilson gets the penalty.
I think they have a right to complain. That looked like a pretty good shoulder into Steve Thomas.
There's going to be a Chicago penalty. Secord wants to get it going. He and Bob McGill are eyeing each other. Behind the play, and the Leafs McGill is going to bring it out. Look out, Fergus was nailed hard at center, and there's going to be a Chicago penalty on that play. Secord now, McGill want to go at it. It wouldn't take much to get this thing going. There's Nyland now giving it to Keith Brown. Keith Brown threw the first punch, and now Nyland said, okay, here we go. And he and Brown are locked together at center ice. They're going to get majors.
Well, that was a real suicide pass to Fergus, and Brown almost decapitated him. And good for Gary Nyland to come in there and just say you can't pull any stunts like that. You know, I don't mind a good body check, but when you get the stick up around the guy's neck.
Now McGill and Secord have each other in a headlock over there. Watch them carefully. Nyland and Brown have been separated by the linesmen. Hasseltine and Stickle, and they go to the penalty bench. But you're right, Gary. The suicide pass, of course, as Gary was referring to the pass to Fergus. It came up from behind him, and Fergus had to turn around to pick it up. And Brown just about took his head off. And the referee had called the play to give Brown a penalty. And then Nyland and Brown got into it.
Well, you talked about it, Bob. Let's have another look at it. You know, you have to make those passes crisp, as it was a soft pass. And by the time Fergus looked up, there comes the high stick. And Fergus took quite a beating as the helmet flies in one direction. But Brown could have really hurt him if he would have just applied a body check. You know, he could have given him a good clean check, but he elected to go with a high stick.
We'll get the announcements on the penalties when we come back. The Leafs are offside on this play. Puck is in deep, but they allow the play to continue. Now they'll call it. And here they go again. Very, very quickly they got at it in behind the Chicago net. And they're all in there. Everybody but the two goaltenders.
A very difficult night for the linesman, having to break this up.
Somebody in there trying to get at Kotsopoulos, but he's out of reach.
In any event, Salming goes to the box, and this is a big play for the Chicago Blackhawks. And we got another fight going. Secord and McGill, two heavyweights.
Been eyeing each other all night. Somehow they did not go. For whatever reason, I don't know. But here it is, with 2:31 left in the second period, and the play had moved in behind Reagan, and they were out near the blue line, and they said, well, now, let us go. Wendell Clark dazzling everybody for a moment. Now Cordnell is behind the net, in the corner, stick handles away from the crowd. A penalty coming up. think Wendell Clark and Tom Lysiak will both go. They were pushing and shoving.
The veteran Tom Lysiak and the rookie Wendell Clark both draw penalties, and we saw the extra shot that Clark gave Lysiak there.
Passed it center, barely knocked down. Now he got it. And his shot was deflected by Boreas Salming of the Maple Leafs, and it went into the crowd. And now the Hawks are coming back again. 2:25 to play in the third period, and the Leafs are offside at the Chicago line. From Chicago Stadium, this is Stanley Cup 86 on CBC. In on the boards, Preacher goes in to help. Padupny is in front of the net. Preacher can't get his stick loose from Bob Murray. Now the Leafs apply pressure here with 1:05 left in the third period. And the Leafs fighting for it. They can't keep it in very long. Inachak gets it in here. They score! It looked as if the Hawks were going to clear it, but Inachak was instrumental stopping it up the blue line. Padupny wasted no time, and he has scored for the Toronto Maple Leafs with 56 seconds left in the third period, and it's 5-4 Maple Leafs. Sauvé racing to the bench. The Hawks keep it in. The Leafs do not see it. Here's Doug Wilson closing in. He centers it. Savard trained on it. Another centering pass. It comes to the line, and just out over the line. The Leafs with the empty net. Thomas scores! The Leaf bench is jumping up and down over there. They're going nuts because they have now just about defeated the Chicago Blackhawks here in Game 2 with only 21 seconds left. Thomas gets the empty net goal, and the Leafs here in the third with a solid effort in the last 20 minutes of this game lead 6-4.